Today we will be talking about America going all out in crypto to save the economy. So I'm just going to wait for a couple more minutes for other folks to join. As usual, I'm just going to send a notification to my group and let them know we are live right now. If this is the first time you're coming across this channel, you want to subscribe and also connect with me on Telegram by searching for Undervalued Crypto. Thank you so much. We are starting today's session and we are live. Okay. Hey, James McCray, I think you're the first to join today. Yeah, doing good. Having a pretty good day. How about you? How's your day going? How is your day going today? Thank you, folks, for joining. Today we have a very interesting topic to talk about. Very, very important topic to talk about. Mela says, hello, boss. How are you doing, sir? Anthony, thank you. Let's take the likes to 10 today, and then we start. We are about 10 people already on the live. We have a very juicy topic today, which is America goes all crypto in order to save the economy. And this started happening about 2 days ago. And I'm going to give you a briefing on what is happening behind the scenes that you are not seeing. You are seeing the price moving up and down, but something big is about to happen. And there are a lot of things that are going on behind the scene. Okay, I'm going to share some vital details with you. So let's take the likes to 10 likes and then we get into the juice for the day. As usual, I'm your host, Danny Legend. If this is your first time watching Undervalued Crypto or stumbling upon my channel, you want to subscribe and stay in the known in the crypto space. There's always a lot going on, and there's always people that are privy to some information you would need to make proper investments. Don't go blind all out there, but it's always good to have a guide, and permit me to serve as a guide in your crypto journey. I know some of you have already benefited from the tutorial videos that I put out there, and I know more people are still benefiting from it. So if it's something that you see yourself gaining much impact from in the long run, then follow on all channels, follow on YouTube as well, and also TikTok, Undervalued Crypto. It's been a while I went live on TikTok, but it's coming. All right, so let me give shout outs to the people in the comments. Let's take the like to 10, and then I commence. I just have about an hour to spend with you. Like I said, I'll be able to do multiple hours on the weekends, but weekdays, because of work, I'm only limited to a few hours, or maybe few minutes, let me say, with you guys. All right. So Anthony, yes, thank you. And then Tunda says, how do you do, brother? Nice job. Thank you so much. How do you do? Jefferson, very well here in Ghana. Where are you from? Yes, I'm also from Ghana, living in the States. So I'm bringing you, you are ahead of me when it comes to time, right? So it's probably evening on the east side of the world. You have not given us pump contract address on WhatsApp. Okay, I'm going to share that with you. But I also advise that you watch my video on how to buy any coin. It makes it easier for you to find the contract addresses of the coins that I put out there. All right, so if you haven't watched that tutorial video, I'll advise that you watch it. Okay, America is going all out. America has about $35 trillion in debt. And one of the things that can help save the economy is for them to switch to crypto. So I'm going to brief you with the news right here, and then some other very important information you need to know as a crypto investor. All right. Very, very important. So stay in the known. Yes, Eleanor, it will be good for you to watch it. But after this live stream, I'll try my best to put out that information on the pages. Okay, maybe I could even find it here and then put it on the WhatsApp page. Um, yeah, I can do that. I can do that ASAP. Okay, so that you guys can get in. We spoke about pump fund. It's dropped down a bit, so this might be a good entry point for some of you to get the coin. Remember, you can get it on Binance, PumpSwap, Bybit, OKX, even BitGet. That's where I got mine from. So I bought mine on BitGet, right? I bought mine on BitGet. And it's on Solana chain, so you can buy it in Phantom Wallet. You can also buy it in Solflare as well. Keep the comments coming. I'm going to take my time to read the comments and see what you guys think. Okay. All right. So I posted it on WhatsApp. This is the pump address. I just shared it on WhatsApp. Okay. Our topic for today is very, very interesting. And like I said, there's always some interesting secrets that are happening behind the scenes. And America is they're going to switch the economy to crypto. And I have the juice here for you. We haven't reached 10 likes, so I haven't started yet. Pump, I don't know if it's on Mexi. Let me check. Pump, let's see, is it on Mexi? It's on, so Binance, PumpSwap, Bybit, Coinbase, OKX, Radium, Meteora, Orca, BitGet, Mexi. It's also on Mexi. Okay, it's also on Mexi. All right, so we have 10 now. We can start. Let me take a couple of comments here. Marek says, what do you think about Kek coin? We're going to come to that. So after I give you the briefing of what America is doing with the economy and how crypto is going to start to boom. Yes, I know there are going to be drops here and there. We're expecting a drop, but at the same time, it can boom afterwards. Okay. So Kek coin, you're going to come back to that. Remind me in the comments. Yeah. Chisom says, let's achieve more greatness. Yeah. Hello, good luck. Koroma, good evening, everyone, and our mentor. Eleanor, you're welcome. Do you know anything about Bitcoin? No, not yet, but we can research on it on this live stream. Graham says hi. Eleanor, you're welcome. What about Trust Wallet? Yes, you can. No, you can't. I don't know if Trust Wallet has Solana network, then you can purchase it in. But it's easier to use MetaMask because MetaMask has Solana network. So you just paste in the address. I did a demonstration in the videos. I bought 888 pumps. So help me God yesterday. Okay, that's good. You are welcome, Marek. It's on Mexi. Yeah, that's what Graham is saying. It's on Mexi. It could be on Trust Wallet if Trust Wallet accepts a Solana network, but if it doesn't, then you will not get it there. Okay, it's more about the network than the wallet. Alua Busayo says hi. All right, so let's get to it. America is switching to crypto, and I want to read the news to you. This was just posted 2 days ago. I didn't catch it early, but it's still within time. Okay, so let me read this news to you. I was talking with someone, and then the person pointed it out, and I was like, "Ooh, I need to talk about this." Now, US has devised this. This is what I'm reading. This is the news, so you want to listen very carefully. This is what is happening behind the scenes you are not aware of. US devised crypto scheme to erase massive 35 million. No, let me start. US devised crypto scheme to erase a massive 35 trillion debt. Putin advisor. This is Russia, Putin's advisor. Now, per the US Treasury data, the nation's debt is more than 37 trillion now, which stood at 18.15 trillion 10 years ago. Just in a space of 10 years, they've been able to double the debt. Now, let's go on. Anton Kobiakov, a senior advisor to Russian President Vladimir Putin, made a bold claim that the US is preparing to use crypto to wipe out its massive 35 trillion national debt. Now, remember, we had Putin meeting up with Trump, and they discussed some of these things. And then the advisor to Putin got to know of the details of the conversation, perhaps. And then he's saying that they are planning to wipe out the massive 35 trillion national debt. And speaking at the Eastern Economic Forum in Vladivostok on Monday, just this past Monday, he alleged that the US is trying to rewrite the rules of the gold and cryptocurrency market. These two things are going to be affected, gold and crypto. Listen closely. And then remember, the size of their debt is 35 trillion. And these two sectors are essentially alternatives to the traditional global currency system, Kobiakov said. Per the US Treasury data, the nation's debt is more than 35 trillion, which stood at 10 years ago. Already mentioned that the nation has seen a tenfold increase in its debt since 1981. Further, he stated that Washington is attempting to solve its financial problems at the world's expense. Listen. The nation's debt will eventually be shifted into USD stable coins to devalue it, he noted. This will ultimately shrink what it owns, allowing the US to start from scratch. He warned that this will push the world into what he calls the crypto cloud. It's going to push the world into the crypto cloud. A lot of people are going to become rich. He warned that this will put, okay, I've read that. Let's go on. The US has a history of debt issues. Yeah, keep the comments coming in. According to Kobiakov, the current crisis is similar to two earlier resets in the US monetary history. The government was pushed to take unusual steps in the 1930s during the Great Depression. He also highlighted President Nixon's 1970 decision to end the dollar's final link to gold. As in the 1930s and the 1970s, the US plans to solve its financial problems at the world's expense. And he said, per translated transcript, and he believes that today's tools might just be serving as an old goal with a modern twist, if the past is any guide. I read on. The US is building crypto frameworks. The US has been laying out rules for digital assets, with officials floating the idea of holding crypto as part of national reserves, which they discussed in the White House. For instance, Senator Cynthia Lummis said in May that Bitcoin is the only solution to the US $36 trillion debt, and she promoted the Bitcoin Act. I was watching, I think I might have posted even this in my video sometime back on this channel. So she promoted a Bitcoin Act, which urges the government to buy 1 million Bitcoin in the next 5 years and hold it for 20 years. Besides, US officials note that the stablecoin framework will focus more on ensuring that the USD remains a dominant currency. Scott Bessent, Secretary of the Treasury and a support of the Genius Bill, has claimed it could help reduce the national debt. However, the debate is that it might have an opposite effect on the national debt. Stablecoins would increase demand for treasuries, which means more debt issuance. And then it says, read original story. So this is what's going to happen. They are going to try to solve the debt by switching a lot of things into crypto. And when that happens, a lot of these coins will start climbing up. Coins like XRP will be used on the institutional level, right? Because a lot of governmental money, like I said, the US doesn't really trust anything that is not US made, right? Bitcoin is not, it doesn't originate from the US, at least according to sources. But XRP, we know that the one spearheading the project, we have seen the coin is ISO 2022 compliant, right? Is it 20022 compliant and all that stuff? So it's easy for them to adapt or use XRP. And you have seen this all over the place, how XRP is going to gain value massively because institutional money is going to go through it. So this is one of the coins you need to have in your bag. Institutional money is XRP, right? And as they are switching, as America is switching to crypto, some of these coins will also be affected. They will start moving up. Any coin with strong value proposition you should have in your bag. I mentioned on my channel OXT. I mentioned OXT. I mentioned OXT is for cloud VPN stuff, right? XRP, institutional money, banks will be transacting with it because the network is very fast as compared to the traditional way of running transactions. If you have been using the bank system for a while now, you realize that payments that come through take a long time to process, right? But what if we could switch to a blockchain system where it is both fast and transparent? So that is going to affect coins like XRP, and we are going to see the values skyrocketing, going up, climbing up over the years. So today's news that I was bringing was the fact that Russia has intel on what America is trying to do in the economy, and that is to switch to crypto. All right. Almost everything will start running on crypto. And then this one says, this article says that Putin advisor accuses US of using crypto and gold to escape massive debt. All right. I think we've covered majority of what was said here. I'm going to find another one. This one. Okay, this was 3 days ago, the Economic Times, and he says that there's a conspiracy to wipe out $35 trillion in debt. Okay, so these are very valuable information that should help you make the kind of investments you should be making in crypto as an investor. Maybe you are just curious, how does crypto work? How do I get involved before it's too late, before all the prices pump and I don't get them at the cheap prices? You can start by watching some of the videos that I put out on my channel, and also make this known to your friends, your family. Get them on board, get them into crypto. Some will be reluctant, some will be like, oh, nah, it's a scam. Like the old adage, right? Everyone thinks crypto is a scam, especially people that know nothing about it, right? But let them know that this is where the world is going. The way you take the lead is always to, like move many steps ahead before the crowd catches on. And that is going to be your advantage in this season. All right. That is going to be your advantage. If you don't take advantage now that things are cheap, when it goes up, you are going to be regretting. Most of us regret not getting in on Bitcoin. When we heard that there was something that was going to change the world, we took it for granted, right? Bitcoin was 0.0008. It was like 4 zeros and an 8. Imagine having put even $1 into Bitcoin, right? No wonder Da Vinci was begging the world to put $1 into Bitcoin. You see? And then today we are all regretting not getting in Bitcoin early. Ibrahim is saying crypto is not a scam. It's not a scam. Yes, I know there are people that create coins and they scam people, but that is not crypto. That is not the spirit of crypto, right? It is simply transparency on the blockchain. And I was telling people that if all government spendings go on the blockchain, what is going to happen is that, for example, if I'm on bscscan.com, I can see every place that money is passing through and everybody that is receiving money. Even if you are transacting without my knowledge, I can still see what you sent to someone. I just cannot see who that wallet is for, but I can see what you're doing. All right. So if governments are going to shift their monies on the blockchain, what's going to happen is that it's going to be so transparent. Everybody will see where this department, let's say Department of Justice, is sending money to this. We can track everything and see everything that is happening on the blockchain. That is the spirit of the blockchain. That is the spirit of crypto. Transparency, accountability. All right. At the same time, bringing profit. So crypto is bringing more good than it is bringing bad. But wherever there's good, people find ways to create evil out of it. Right. So let me go to the comments and then take a couple of comments. Aisha says, "Good evening. I got my pump fan from Rook. Rook, is that a platform? BTC started January 2009. That was during the last global economic crisis when Obama got elected. Yeah. And remember, we had a 2008 global financial crisis, and it was one of the things that bettered out crypto. All right. So wherever there's financial crisis, there's some form of innovation to bail out the economy from that crisis. And that's what's going to happen, because this debt has increased massively. And you remember Elon Musk was complaining about how America's debt was skyrocketing and how it has to be addressed. Crypto is the solution to that. But there's always a great reset that is sort of going to happen before that pump in prices. We are going to see a great reset, and the reset will come with a lot of people, losing money on the market. But after the reset, there's always a rise from the reset. So be on the lookout. Don't put all your monies in coins now. Wait for the market to tank. Yes, I know you're holding some coins. It's okay. But wait for the market to tank, preparing for the great reset, and then buy coins on the discount. Okay. So that's one thing I'll say. Graham says the US in 37 trillion in debt. When you owe the bank 300K, you are in trouble. But when you owe the bank 300 million, the bank is in trouble. Exactly. The Fed is in trouble and Trump knows it. You are spot on. Exactly. There's a lot of debt. There's a lot of debt. When you owe a tiny amount, you are in trouble, right? But when you owe a very huge amount, the bank that gave you the money is in trouble. Any long-term hold potential coins? Yes, XRP, Solana. I've mentioned a couple of them. Pump. I mentioned Pump. WikiCard, Crapecoin. The coins that most of the time we repeat on this channel. Most of them are for the long-term hold. This is timely information. Anthony says. Ibrahim says there's a coin Da Vinci is begging people to buy again. Okay, you can type the name of the coin in the Da Vinci. As for Da Vinci, sometimes, after the whole Bitcoin thing, a lot of people started listening to Da Vinci and some of his predictions. And some he has had right, some he hasn't had right. So it's making people a little bit skeptical as to whether they should fully believe him, for the kind of coins that he mentioned. But anyway, crypto is such that you should never invest an amount you cannot afford to lose. If you hear of a coin and the coin it is said that coin would make 100 millionaires or 10,000 millionaires, always still put in an amount you can afford to lose. Never what you cannot afford to lose. Okay. Now, if you're new to this channel, join Undervalued Crypto. We talk about crypto in their infancy stages at low prices before the moon shoot. And it's not just me. Whenever I come on live, there are people in the comments who have seen coins I haven't seen, who have seen good projects that they feel that this is going to do well. They put it in the comments and we all greatly benefit from it. We also have a community on Telegram. You can search for Undervalued Crypto. Type everything together. You're going to find us on Telegram. Okay, let's keep the likes up. We just have about 15. Let's take it to 20 likes so the algorithm can suggest our video to others. Yeah, so Ibrahim, let us know the coin Da Vinci is begging people to buy again. Let us know in the comments. I know he was pushing Casper. I know how many of you have heard of Casper. Yes, he was pushing Casper a lot, but I didn't get in on Casper. It's still low price, so if you want to get in, I think that is up to you. But he was pushing Casper coin as well. Graham, OXT, XRP, yeah, Cloud VPN, good choices, yeah. And then Solana is also good. As meme coins are on the rise, Solana is also doing well. When meme coins do well, Solana does well. When they fall, Solana falls. So you can always track the performance of meme coins. Like, are they doing well? Are a lot of meme coins launching? If they are not, then you know that Solana is going to go down, right? It happens like that almost every single time. Ibrahim says Tinubu, that's Nigerian president, is asking CBN to track crypto transactions because Nigerians are storing their funds in stable coins. It will take a whole lot of advanced technology to get it right, especially for developing countries where some of us are from. Our system needs a lot of technological beef up to strengthen it. How do we know if a coin is long term? Olawumi is asking. So I basically classify coins as long term if they have strong value proposition. What is the coin for? What do they represent? What are they pushing? What agenda? What is their innovation? Those things can tell if a coin is going to be a long-term coin. All right. And then the short-term coins are usually the meme coins. Like, hey, let's buy. We are all going to the moon. Yeah. Even though they know not everybody will get to the moon. So when I see that, I just laugh. I'm like, you're all going, who are going to the moon? Let's go to the moon. Buy. Yeah. And we are all going. It's like Safe Moon. How many of you were in crypto in 2021? There was a coin called Safe Moon. It went global. And Safe Moon was begging Binance to list them. The community was strong. In fact, Safe Moon community was stronger than Shiba Inu community. You think Shiba Inu has a strong community. Now you haven't seen Safe Moon. For us who saw Safe Moon and we even bought some, Safe Moon it went from was it like 10 or 11 zeros to like 5 or 4 zeros. It was massive, probably like 5 zeros. Safe Moon probably cleared 5 zeros. It was everywhere, all over. Even my uncle, who is not into crypto, called me that, bro, have you heard of Safe Moon? Go buy some for me. And I had to go buy some for him. But he bought at the top and then he made losses. Yeah. So that is the space for you. Ibrahim says, Anthony says it's really bad news for Nigerians. Yeah, so that's what I classify as long-term tokens. Some of them are short. They don't have strong value proposition. I think one of the things that affected Safe Moon at the time was they didn't have a strong value proposition, something to keep the coin going for the long term. So today, when you check coin market cap, the price is not tracked any longer because the coin is dead now. All right. Aaron Stanley says, do you think we should take profit on most of the coins pumping now, since we're expecting the market to fall back a bit before the final skyrocketing? Yes, I would say that you should take profit, especially taking out your initial investment, right? Take out your initial investment. For me, there's only a few coins I've taken profit, but if I want to advise you, I don't mind making losses. Like I've lost a lot of money in crypto, right? So I'm used to losses. Okay, it's in the blood now. I've been injected with losses. So, but for most of us that are getting into crypto, maybe like you got into crypto from 2024, you might not be used to losses. So I would say take out your initial capital. Yeah, take your initial capital out. Utility. Graham, yeah, that is it. So long-term holds, coins that have long-term value that should be long-term holds, come with utility. Okay, they come with some value, strong value proposition that motivates the holders to hold it for the long term. Marez is asking, is EAI a good token to buy? Well, it also has a strong community. I think its value proposition is about teaching people on crypto. So if they have a well laid out plan, the community believes in the token, they are all holding for the long term, I think you can invest an amount you can afford to lose. Never put in, no matter, like I always say this, no matter how sweet and nice sounding and juicy a project looks, never put in an amount you cannot afford to lose. Don't say this is my best bet since creation, so I'm going to sell this and go and put it in it. You don't want to cry. This has happened in crypto to many people. Please don't do that mistake. If the coin is a good token to buy and you have heard and seen from your own research and other mouths that this is a good coin, only put in an amount you can afford to lose. So if $100 is all you can afford to, and when I say afford to lose, I'm saying that something that if you lose, you would not be emotional and bitter about. If you are not emotionally tied to an amount, then you can afford to lose it. Any amount you are emotionally tied to, oh man, why is this thing down? Man, so I lost $100. I can't believe it. You cannot afford to lose 100. Once you do that, you cannot afford to lose 100. Any amount you get emotional, like if I put $1 in a coin and the coin doesn't do well, do you think I'll say, oh, and I put in $1, my $1 is gone? No. Why? So long as I'm not emotionally attached to $1, it means I can afford to lose it. So put in an amount that if something happens to the coin today and they say, oh, somebody hacked the contract and the project is over, you still be, oh, okay, that's fine. That is an amount you can afford to lose. So that is what I mean whenever I say put in an amount you can afford to lose. Yeah. What of alpha tokens? I think the alpha tokens are the Web3 tokens that haven't been listed on the major exchanges. Am I right? And they are on Binance. Am I right? Binance chain. Most of them are on Binance because I see the Binance alpha tokens. I don't know if I don't know if let me check right here. Checking right here. So alpha tokens refers to several different cryptocurrencies. It says several different cryptocurrencies, most notably the Alpha Finance Lab, Alpha token, decentralized finance token for its. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Is that what you're talking about? Um, Ibrahim. Okay, this one says Aaron is asking, what do you think about the BNB Tiger Inu? Because the hype is much. Put in an amount you can afford to lose. And make sure the market has retraced. Don't buy when it's pumping. All right, that's technical analysis. And I try to teach that in my mentorship class. I'm trying to hold a mentorship class to teach guys technical analysis. So you can also read the charts. Okay. It's not just about the fundamentals and the news and the hypes. Also, we need to look at the technicals. Okay. Read the charts. Look at points we can enter. And I'm putting that in the mentorship. Okay. So I would say don't buy when it's like all green. Wait for it to retrace because a lot of people that provided liquidity will cash out at the top. Okay. And you don't want to become exit liquidity. Ibrahim says Ghana will be headquarters of crypto in Africa in 2 years' time. Ghana will be friendly to crypto enthusiasts. Yeah, I think they've already started doing that when the president announced that they would want to have some partnerships with Solana. So, yeah, Solana is one of the fastest networks. It's very, very fast. In fact, when you are trading with Solana on the chain, you realize how quick it swaps compared to BNB and Ethereum. I dislike Ethereum because of the slow network, but I don't mind buying coins on Ethereum chain. But the network is too slow. They need to do something, and the fees are high. The fees are so high. I think it's recently been resolved because there was a time if you are sending about $50, they are charging you about $4. That's like almost 10% of what you're sending. So it's good now. I think they have reduced it now. What's the biggest amount of money you've earned on crypto? I'll skip that. What's the advantage or disadvantage associated with holding a wallet in Ghana address or UK or in terms of tax purposes? I think if you are in the US, the tax can be tracked easily compared to other countries. US and UK, your tax can easily be tracked because it's linked to your social security, right? So it's easy for them to know you make this amount, this is what you are cashing out, and then you have to pay tax on it. So the thing is, when you are in a developing country, your taxes cannot easily be tracked in crypto. But for developed countries, so long as you are in a developed country, you are trading. If it passes through your SSN, it's tracked, right? But the money you are making on MetaMask and all that, so long as it stays there and it hasn't come through your SSN or you've not put it through your bank account, then it's difficult for the tracking to take place. Ibrahim says UAE does not tax crypto. And Ascension is saying the mentorship fee could have a slash. This is one of the best you can ever get. For the kind of value you are receiving, this is one of the best you ever get. All right. We might have a recap of some of the tokens that we bought to see how well they are doing. Just look at the prices and all that. Marek says, do you think we could still buy Pump Fund since MC is already 1.8 billion? It's currently at, I think it's 0.2005. See, the thing is, they are burning supply almost every day. So I would consider Pump as a long-term hold. Yes, it can fall. Would it fall from 0.005? Yes. Would it rise again? Yes. So if you want to just like cash out within the short term, then I'll say wait for an outright fall, right? But if you want to hold it for the long term, it doesn't matter if you're buying it now because they will be cutting down the supply to push the price. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes perfect sense. If you're new to this channel, you want to subscribe Undervalued Crypto, and let's talk about cryptocurrency on the daily. Timothy is asking, what do you think about Matara? Okay, we will be looking at that as well on today's session. Hopefully we should be able to, one moment. Hopefully we should be able to cover a lot of these coins before we go up. Did you take profit when WikiCat pumped you? No, I haven't touched WikiCat profit. Like, I'm leaving it there. I've seen my money, like, let me see. My money has made about a 10x on WikiCat, but I haven't sold yet. Yes, it made about a 10x at 0.60 and a 4, right? I want to wait for 1000x. So if I can get 1000x, that won't be bad at all. Yeah, John, good afternoon. But how many of you have taken profit of WikiCat? Let me know in the comments. Have you taken profit? Timothy, Mars. Let's check out Mars and see. Let's check out Mars. Mars is at 6 zeros and an 8. 6 zeros, 8, 8. I need to check their value proposition. Market cap is less than 500,000. Supply is 420 billion. Check the website here. I need to know what is about Mars. Okay, it looks like a meme coin, because the website is giving me, once people start writing Elon Musk on their cryptocurrency projects, I know it's a meme coin. So they have it here: Elon Musk, future of crypto, blah blah, future of space travel. Yeah, this is a meme coin. Meme coins usually don't have value propositions. Most of them, like 99.9%. Yeah. So, and it's dropped from 4 zeros and a 4 to 6 zeros and an 8. That's like a massive, more than almost a 20, almost what? Almost even 100x drop, right? So it doesn't look healthy, unless of course they have other plans to resurrect the project. But as it stands, it doesn't look healthy for me. I'll just say be careful investing in that coin. If you want to take profit in the short term, that's fine. But for long term, I wouldn't bet on this. Okay, I wouldn't bet on this in the long term. Yeah. So for pump.fun, if you think that pump.fun, you want to hold it for the long term, you can buy now. It doesn't matter, right? But if you want to do like short term buy sell, let it drop a little bit, maybe to 2 zeros and a 4, right? And then you get in, because it's gonna drop. Like, coins don't go up forever. I always tell people they don't go up forever. Forbes magazine, Anthony says, Forbes magazine published WikiCat. Is this a sign for WikiCat for $1? Forbes magazine. Okay, let's see what Forbes is saying about WikiCat. Okay, yeah, that's true. Forbes published WikiCat. It's right here, Forbes.com. Data assets/assets/WikiCat WKC. And this is what they are saying about WikiCat. It's 6 zeros and a 2 right now. And then it says, okay, so BSC scan is a token for teaching people about cryptocurrency on the Binance Smart Chain. I think I'm doing WikiCat's work already. Created by Semapi for SMC DAO. Okay. Okay, so basically that's it. It just wrote about what it is doing, like the value proposition. That's all. It didn't really write any other thing, but at least it still gives it some exposure. It gives it some there's a word I'm looking for, some reputation, kind of, right, for them to talk about WikiCat in Forbes magazine. Okay. Thank you for the heads up. Yeah, greetings, John. WikiCat will make 250x from December to April 2026. Ibrahim is saying WikiCat will make 250x. So 250x from the current price, what does it get us to? 250x is 4 zeros and a 5. So Ibrahim is saying Wikicat would move from 6 zeros and a 2 to 4 zeros and a 5 by April 2026. Okay, that is an interesting target. That means we should also be burning a lot of tokens out of the system. BNB Tiger, this is from John says BNB Tiger was high, had 230% in profit. If you have it, what's your thought on it? Holding? I haven't bought BNB Tiger. I haven't bought it, but a lot of people bought BNB Tiger, and I think it had about 17 zeros, and they were like 17 zeros, and did they have a million market cap? And people were like, oh, how is it going to clear 17 zeros? That means the market cap is going to be in trillions and quadrillions, and it doesn't necessarily have to get to trillions and quadrillions. So long as it clears 2-3 zeros and it gets to 15 or 14 zeros, it's good enough profit for you to take. It doesn't always have to be at $1. Like I said, as humans, we always think in terms of whole numbers. So everyone is thinking, oh, it needs to get to $1. No, it just needs to clear a couple zeros and you make your money. So it doesn't necessarily have to get to $1 before you can make your money. Okay. I took some profit on Wikicat. I regret it. It depends. I mean, if you take profit too soon, yeah, that is the thing about crypto. But at the end of the day, Marek, it is better to get little profit than to lose out on a coin or to lose all of your investment. If you put in 100 and you cashed out 130, right, and the thing went to 1,000, it's better than putting in 100 and losing all the 100. So no matter how much you miss out on a coin, maybe you made little profit, it's still profit. Profit is profit. Even if it's 1% more than your initial, it's still profit, right? Yeah, so don't regret it too much. Besides, you have a good base now at 6 zeros and a 2. You can still buy. Okay, because if you don't buy now, and let's say it gets to 4 zeros, like Ibrahim is saying, you now say, oh, I had it at 6 zeros, and I didn't buy. So you still have it for cheap. And there's massive future potential on the coin. Okay. Eugene, can you make a video on how to sell your crypto and sending your money into your bank account from your wallet? Okay. So for the videos that I made on buying is the same as selling. At least we could start from there. But I'll try my best, especially when I'm selling a coin. I would, if I'm selling a coin, I would probably do a video and show you guys how to sell it off. But the way I taught you to buy is the same way you sell. You swapped into another coin. You swap just back, right? Just swap back into your USDT or your BNB or your Solana, Ethereum, and you're good to go. But I'll try my best to do a video on that. How much is the mentorship class? So we are doing 100 USDT for that, and it consists of a range of topics. I think I wrote about 5 things that we want to cover in the class. For those who are interested, you are not under compulsion, and we are going to touch on, I'm trying to find wallet setup and handling, meme coin finds, coin tracking, contract inspections, and then technical analysis and others. So we have about 5 and others. Right, that's what it consists of. So Timothy said, nah, he hasn't taken profit yet. Okay. Do you know anything about Goops? Goops. Did we see Goops on our live stream? I think we saw Goops on our. Did we? Isn't it like a bluish color? Is it like a bluish green? Which one is it? The one I'm seeing here is green, but I'm not getting. Wait, let me go to Dex Screener. The one I see here is 4 zeros and 1 4. Is that the coin? Is it on Solana chain? Let me know. Goops. Let me know. Okay. Today we didn't look at the market. Vex AI would have been a very good coin for us to get into. It's made 130% from yesterday. If we had taken time to look at the crypto markets, the meme coin launches, we would have seen that Vex AI, Goops is on my mind. Vex AI was a good one for us to get into, right? It looks like a very solid one here. Vex AI. But we didn't see it early enough, so I don't want to call it now. Um, when I have some time away and I'm able to step away from work, maybe the weekends, we could just go all out on meme coins. Okay. All right. If you're new to this channel and you want to hear more on undervalued cryptos and how to get into it, you can subscribe and also get connected on my Telegram. Search for undervalued cryptos. Undervalued cryptos. Same name as the YouTube name. Marek says, don't forget Kek coin. Kek is on market cap, coin market cap. I'm seeing two Keks. Is it the one with 354K market cap or the one with 3 million market cap? Let me know. I'm seeing two Keks. So for Goops, I just need clarification on what it is. All right. Can you still buy rev share and earn Solana as reward? Yeah, they are still giving out Solana as reward for rev share, but you need to hold 100,000 rev share tokens to get Solana rewards in real time. Okay, so when you hold, people buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. They spread Solana across all holders, and everybody that holds rev share gets Solana coins. So rev share, I spoke about it on my page. It fell a little bit, but is a good launch pad that is launching reward tokens. Okay. So RevShare, let me check out on RevShare. It's been a while I looked at the charts. There are so many coins to try and keep up with. So you would have to be checking the chart. Still stands at okay, it's gone to 869K market cap. Yeah, because all these guys are now withdrawing. So the market has retraced by about 50%. Yeah. So the price is relatively cheaper now from when I called it. So we just had a slight drop in the price. So this could be a good entry point if you want to earn Solana by holding RevShare. I have a couple of comments here. Cyprian says, with the exposure WikiCat has, will Baby WikiCat get an advantage from this? Possibly. We just need another hype, like strong move, right, for Baby WikiCat to also get more attention. I think that it's dependent. It's like the remora fish, right? Remora fish, he just latches on the shark. So wherever the shark goes, it just feeds off the crumbs from the mouth of the shark. So it's just like a parasitic relationship, yeah. So Baby WikiCat is like a remora fish on the shark. If the shark gets to a place where there's more food, the remora is going to feed itself well. So same thing for Baby. We just hope that WikiCat will get the pump that it deserves or needs to make, yeah. BNB will clear 3 zeros, but fastest fingers to avoid rug pull. You mean BNB Tiger? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people will be taking out profit. I took profit on WikiCat and still kept 10 USD worth. Yeah, that's okay. What do you think Pi is up to? Graham is asking, Pi hasn't really given us any strong updates since the launch. We're just there, But who knows? Okay, there was one update, but it wasn't shared by the group. I think I saw it in a blog post where it says that Pi is going to be having a MasterCard. Is it a MasterCard? Let me check. There was some news like that I saw. Pi Network, MasterCard. There was something about Pi credit card. I saw something about Pi credit card. It says Pi Network launches Pi credit card, expanding its vision, and it seeks to improve what does it say? Seeks to improve and streamline consumers' daily access to crypto with cutting-edge functions and enticing offerings. It's anticipated that Pi Network users everywhere would find great demand for the Pi credit card. So that is one of the strong value propositions it has come out with after the launch. But ever since then, I haven't really heard anything major from Pi. Aisha says, yes, Goops is on Solana. Goops. Yeah, but I need to know if it's the one with... Wow. There's a Charlie coin. My goodness, I missed out on it. The whole Charlie Kirk thing that happened, there's a coin that launched. It's made 82,000% in profit. I told you guys that whenever there's news, there's always going to be a coin that will launch out. And we can see it right here. Whenever there's major news, there's going to be a coin. Look at this. Look at this. This coin moved from 3 zeros. Look at this. 5 zeros and a 6 to 2 cents. The Charlie coin, Charlie cake. The issue that happened, it just pumped. And yesterday we could have bought the coin, but no one was even checking. Ah, man. People made money from Charlie coin. Wow. Over 100 million trading volume in 24 hours. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Wow. What of MXEN? MXEN. This is by Olu Abusayo. MXEN. Is it on CoinMarketCap? Is this on CoinMarketCap? I see one on CoinMarketCap. It's not officially listed. It's just in the decentralized scan. And it's about 10 zeros and a 4. I don't know if it's that. But the liquidity is quite low. It stands at 4K. Holding Wi-Fi coins. Is it good to buy Wi-Fi coins? Which one is Wi-Fi coins? I haven't heard of it. You know, if these are meme coins, don't hold them for too long, yeah? Don't hold them for too long. Okay, so KEK 3.9 MC. The best way to protect yourself when you buy some of these unknown coins is to take out your initial capital and let the profit run. So if the profit comes down to $5, it's still profit, right? Okay, KEK you said was 3.9 million market cap. See a couple of them here. KEK. Yeah. Okay, so the one with 3.9 million. It's taking a while to load. Just wait for it. Okay, I'm just waiting for the chat to load. I see 8 zeros and a 9 for KEK. 3.2 million, 420 trillion supply. Okay, this is also a meme coin. How strong is the community? Does it have a strong community? Does it have a strong community? PU Prime. Oh, but KEK has made some bold moves. 7 zeros and a 1. That was just 2 days ago, and it's back down to 8 zeros and a 9. It's made some pretty good moves. It just got listed on CoinMarketCap like September. Okay, I don't know what they have planned. I know what their plans are. But looking at the comments here, it looks like they have a strong community. Someone is holding about 180 billion KEK. Wow, interesting. Interesting. BillyCat is the native token of Billy Exchange. BillyCat, I was predicting I could get to